Hi, it's Gwyneth here on a fabulous Feel Good Friday, as ever, helping you to market yourself with confidence, helping you to be comfortable being who you are so that you can speak up in public, present yourself, go for interview, and just be absolutely fabulous. So this week I delivered one of my most popular workshop, Working Under Pressure, Emotional Intelligence in the Workplace. For the first time in Vienna. I've been presenting it all over the world in other countries, but it's the first time in Vienna. And one of the reasons that I do this workshop is because burnout is becoming more and more common. I've done a bit of research and I was unable to find any sort of real concrete facts about the numbers, any statistics about how it really, how many people it affects. But I'm sure that you probably know somebody who suffered from burnout. I know several people who've suffered from burnout, and it's horrible. It's devastating not only for the person who falls victim to the burnout, but it's devastating as well for the people around them, the family, the friends, the colleagues, because there's a feeling of helplessness, not really knowing what to do. And the person who's suffering frequently also doesn't know what to do. Well, I want to just tell you now about how you can prevent it to some extent. Now, I'm not pretending to be a psychologist. I am not a neuroscientist. I am merely a human being who does a lot of reading about well-being, about helping my clients to be the best version of themselves, to feel comfortable with who they are, to acknowledge their contribution and their strengths, to give themselves permission to love, honor, and respect themselves. And it's very, very simple, actually. Burnout usually, and because I haven't been able to find any evidence or specific statistics, I'm making a big generalization, but burnout usually starts at work with little things. Somebody not holding the door open for you, somebody having finished all the coffee or there are no cups left in the kitchen for you to have your cup of coffee, somebody not having filled up the photocopier with paper, so you have to go off and find some paper to fill it up before you can do your work and you feel like you've wasted time. People in your team potentially that you don't believe are pulling their weight. People taking long lunch hours when you work every lunch hour because you've just got sandwiches at your desk. People leaving work at 5 o'clock when you stay there until 7 because your workload is so huge that you don't know how else to deal with it. Now, all of these things might seem fairly minor as they are happening, but every time you feel a minor irritation, every time you think, oh, really? Oh, such bad manners. Why didn't so-and-so think about putting paper in the photocopier? Why don't they understand that there's more than one person working in this office who wants to drink a cup of coffee? Why does my boss not actually get that since they've been cutting resources, something's got to give and it looks like it's going to be me. I'm the one sat here again on a Friday until 7 or 8 o'clock trying to finish my work. And every time you are feeling those things, internally, it starts to add up. Now, from a physical point of view, you are producing many hormones. One of them is cortisol when you are thinking negative thoughts, and cortisol can really, really damage you physically. It's what makes a lot of people ill. When you are thinking those thoughts all the time, eventually your body becomes sick and you can't cope anymore because these irritations, that although they started off as tiny things, they've been building up and building up and building up, and one day you just can't even bring yourself to go into the office. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, then please think about how you could better love yourself, respect yourself, teach yourself to say no, or teach yourself to let those things go. Remind yourself why you do the job you do. Remind yourself of the bigger picture and stop focusing so much on the details. Because honestly, your well-being is so much more important than whether somebody's left a clean coffee cup or whether somebody hasn't opened the door for you. You are worth more than that. Now, as an aside, because the Working Under Pressure workshop is becoming so popular, it is now available online in my VIP member vault, and I've put a link with this post so you can go over there and have a look. And just for this week, if you decide that you want to sign up, if you decide that you are worth finding out how to better manage that pressure, better manage your emotions, to bring you back from those frustrations, to bring you back from those irritations, then I would love to see you in the member vault taking advantage of what I teach there. It's what I teach all over the world, as I say. And I would like to think that actually by bringing this out into the open, by talking about this, by acknowledging that you are not a machine, that is going to be your first step to actually getting back to the fabulous you. So I wish you still a fabulous Feel Good Friday, an amazing weekend. Loads of love and bye for now.